Hello students, once again welcome to Bholanath Academy. In this video students, we are going to name the ether compound. We are going to see the nomenclature of ethers. Okay students, so if you want to name the ether students, so this is general name students when oxygen having two valency, one side alkyl, other side what? Alkyl. So we call as what? Symmetrical ether. Oxygen is two valency, one side alkyl, other side another alkyl group. So these are different alkyl group we call as unsymmetrical ether. So how to name students in general? In general students, in common system students, in common, since it is a two alkyl group, so we call as alkyl ether. Okay students, since they are what? Alkyl groups are attached to oxygen, so we call as, so this is the common name students, alkyl ether. So if it is two, so we write what? Dialkyl ether. Symmetrical we call as what? Dialkyl ether. If it is different, then we will write the alkyl ether. Now what will be the IUPAC name students? Since it is the derivative of alkanes, when hydrogen of alkane you are replacing by alkoxy group, so it is nothing but alkoxy alkanes. Otherwise we call as dialkyl ethers. Okay students, so this way students, these are the general name students. So this is dialkyl ether. If there is a two aryl group, so we call as diaryl ether. If it is when hydrogen of alkane you are replacing, when hydrogen of alkane you are replacing by alkoxy group, this is alkoxy group, we call as alkoxy alkanes. First molecule students that we have, when this is oxygen having two valency students, when one valency is by methyl group, other is by methyl group. So what will be the common name students? For that students you have to see the alkyl. Here the alkyl group is nothing but methyl, and it is also methyl because they are what? Same one name, because there is a two methyl, so we write what? Dimethyl. And it is oxygen is there, so we write what? Ether. Dimethyl ether will be the common name students. So dimethyl, two methyl group, and since it is attached to the oxygen, so we call as what? Dimethyl ether. Now for IUPAC students, you have to give the number. Since it is a derivative of alkanes, so both are having same type of alkanes. So when we will say hydrogen, see students, this is the derivative of methane. This is methane students. When hydrogen of methane is replaced by this alkoxy group, so we call as what? We call as, this is methoxy. This whole compound is called as methoxy, and it is derived from alkane, that is methane. So we call as methoxymethane. Continuous name students, methoxymethane. So this is one carbon, and this methane is also one two carbon containing molecule, we call it methoxymethane, or you can say dimethyl ether. Second molecule that we are going to see students, so oxygen is there students having two valency, and it is attached to the symmetrical ether students, ethyl. Suppose here C2H5, and here is also C2H5. So students, since it is symmetrical ether students, in common name students, how you are going to name? Since this is, these two are having same group, that is ethyl, so there is a similar group students, we will use diethyl, and it is what? Ether. So diethyl ether. So name of this molecule will be diethyl ether. Now for IUPAC name students, since it is a derivative of alkanes, so this C2H5, so this is students ethane. When hydrogen of ethane is replaced by ethoxy group, so this is ethoxy group students. So this is nothing but ethoxy group. So when hydrogen of ethane is replacing by ethoxy group, we call as ethoxy ethane. Your parent will be ethane students, and since it is ethoxy is attached to this ethane, so we call as ethoxy ethane, and your parent is what? Ethane. Both are having two carbon students. Ethoxy is also having two carbon and one oxygen. So ethoxy ethane, that is four carbon containing compound, is ethoxy ethane. Understanding students? So you can say diethyl ether is nothing but ethoxy ethane. Third molecules that we are going to see students, oxygen is there students. Oxygen having two valency, one valency by methyl group, this is methyl students, and other is by propyl, CH2, this is propyl students, containing three carbon. So this is what? Propyl. So this is methyl, and this is what? Propyl is attached to this oxygen. Now students, how you are going to name in common name students? For common name students, since it is, you have to see the alkyl name in alphabetical order. So which alkyl is coming first in alphabetical order students? M is coming first, then P is coming. So we will write students methyl propyl ether. Okay students, because M is coming first in alphabetical order. Now if you want to name students common So we will say methyl propyl ether. But what about IUPAC name students? For that you have to start the numbering. Okay students, so students you will see largest number of carbon oxygen is attached. So this propyl is what? Largest number of carbon. So this carbon we will name first carbon, this is second, this is third. First carbon is containing methoxy group. So we'll write methoxy, 1 methoxy propane. Since it is containing 3 carbon, so we will write that alkane is, if alkane is containing 3 carbon, we call as propane. So 1 methoxy propane will be the name of this molecule. 1 methoxy propane is nothing but methyl propyl ether. Fourth molecule oxygen is there students, having 2 valency. One is attached by 1 carbon, that is methyl students. Now other is attached to the, this is the alkyl students, containing 4 carbon, CH by 4 the valency. So this is the methyl students. And which type of alkyl students, which is attached to the oxygen. So when you see students both having same number of, so this is nothing but isobutyl, containing 4 carbon, we call as butyl. But which type of butyl students? So this is nothing but isobutyl. Understanding students? Why it is iso students? Because same groups are attached. Understanding students? So this is isobutyl. So in common name students we will write isobutyl. This compound is nothing but isobutyl methyl ether. Now what will be the IUPAC name students? For IUPAC name students, it is the derivative of alkanes. So you have to, which alkyl will be the parent. So this alkyl will be the parent containing 4 carbon. It is containing 4 carbon, it is containing 1 carbon. Okay students, since it is containing 4 carbon students, this will be your parent. If you want to name this 4 carbon students where the methoxy is attached, so you have to start the longest chain of the carbon. So this way you can also you can number this carbon, or this way. If you start numbering like this students, 1, 2, 3. Okay students, this is the parent students propane. But at this propane students, at the second carbon number 2 you have methyl group is attached. So it is nothing but 2 methyl propane. Okay students, so your parent will be 2 methyl propane. Now students, at the carbon number 1 of this 2 methyl propane, the methoxy is attached. So we call as, will be the name of this compound. Understanding? So this methoxy will carry 1 carbon, this is 1 carbon methyl, and this is what? 3 carbon. So total how many carbon students it is containing? So it will contain 5 carbons. So 4 carbon here and 1 carbon here. So 5 carbon containing molecule is nothing but 2 methoxy 2 methyl propane. Understanding students? So this way students you can identify whether our name is correct or not. Fifth ether that we are going to say students. So students, this is nothing but methyl, you know students. And which type of alkyl students? One carbon is surrounded by 3 carbon, we call as third butyl. So common name students. So this way students you can name this in common name students. In IUPAC name students, how you are going to name? So you students, you have to select the largest number of carbon students from the alkyl side. So this side is what you can get the largest carbon. So this will be the carbon number 1. So this will be carbon number 2. The carbon number 3 may be here or here. I am writing here. Okay students. So this is the largest number of carbon, that will be your parent students. Now at carbon number 2 students you have methoxy and you have what? Methyl. So we will write, and here also you have comma 2 methyl and propane. Okay students, so this is your parent students. So the whole compound will be 2 methoxy 2 methyl propane. 2 methoxy 2 methyl propane is nothing but third butyl methyl ether. Sixth ether molecule. When oxygen is there students, 2 valency, 1 valency by methyl students, I am writing like CH3. Carbon of this methyl is attached to the oxygen. Now students, this side also carbon of this alkyl. Now this alkyl is containing 3 carbon students. So here it is students will be only 1 hydrogen. Okay students, so what will be the common name students? So since it is methyl group is there students on this side, methyl groups, and this is 3 carbon containing alkyl is we call as what? But here students, OH oxygen is attached to this carbon. So it is nothing but isopropyl. Which type of alkyl it is? Isopropyl. So you have 2 alkyl students, methyl, and it is called as iso. Why it is iso students? When you start here students, you have same group, iso, symmetrical, to which oxygen is attached. So we call as this alkyl as a isopropyl alkyl, and it is methyl alkyl. Okay students. So name of this molecule will be isopropyl methyl ether. Now what will be the IUPAC students? You have to select the longest chain of the alkyl containing large number of carbons. So this is having large number of carbon students, 3 carbon. How you will name students? For that also you have to start the numbering from this side or this side. So I am writing from this side students, this is carbon number, this is carbon number 3. This is carbon number 1, this carbon will be containing 3, and this carbon will be 3. Now at carbon number 2 students methoxy group is attached. This whole we call as methoxy. Only CH3 we call as methyl, but methyl is containing oxygen we call as methoxy. So name of this molecule will be 2-methoxy, and it is a derivative of propane, so we call as 2-methoxy propane. So isopropyl methyl ether is nothing but 2-methoxy propane. Oxygen is there, students, so this oxygen shows the ether. Now if this side is methyl group and this side you have normal propyl group like this, students, 3 carbon which are arranged in series. So fill the valency with hydrogen. So this is methyl and this is what? Propyl, N-propyl, normal propyl we call as N-propyl. This is N-propyl, students, and this is methyl. Understanding, students? 2 alkyl I have already named. Now what will be the common name? Will be the name of this molecule or this compound. Now what will be IUPAC name, students? So you have to select the alkyl having large number of carbon. So this carbon will be what? 3 carbon, and this alkyl is having only 1 carbon. So we will name the numbering from the here 1, 2, 3. At first carbon, students, methoxy is attached. So name of this compound will be 1-methoxy, and since it is a derivative of propane, so you will write 1-methoxy propane. Okay, students, the name will be continuous. So this is one name, and here methyl N-propyl ether. Understanding, students? So this way you can name the ether. 8th one, oxygen is there, students, 2 valency. Now, students, when 1 valency is by ethyl group, this is CH3 and CH2, and this side also you have, students, 2 carbon, but this carbon is containing chlorine. Okay, fill the valency with hydrogen, students. What will be the name of, students, this compound, students? Which alkyl is, students, since it is ethyl? This side, students, you have 1, 2 chloroethane. This is nothing but 2-chloroethyl. So what will be the name of this compound, students? C is coming first, so we'll write common name will be 2-chloroethyl. Which type of ethyl, students? 2-chloroethyl, and this is what? Ethyl. So 2-chloroethyl, again you write ethyl ether. Now what will be the IUPAC name, students? What will be the IUPAC name of this compound, students? So IUPAC name will be 2-chloro 1-ethoxy. This is ethoxy. 2-chloro 1-ethoxy ethane will be the name of this molecule, students. Very important. This is containing halogen, that is chlorine. So we are 2-chloroethyl ether, or you can say 2-chloro 1-ethoxy ethane. 9th molecules that we are going to see, students, when hydrogen of benzene is replaced by methoxy. Okay, students. Now, students, if you want to name, students, so this is nothing but phenyl. Which type of aryl group, students? It is phenyl, and it is what? Methyl. If you want to name the, students, P is coming first or M. So when you see, students, M is coming first in alphabetical order, then P. So the name of the compound will be methyl phenyl ether, or in common name also, students, that is we call as anisole. Anisole is famous name of this molecule, students. Methyl phenyl ether is nothing but anisole. So benzene, when hydrogen of benzene is replaced by methoxy group, so if you want to name, students, since it is containing 6 carbon and it is what? 1 carbon, so it is a derivative of benzene, so we will write methoxy benzene is nothing but anisole. It is also called as in common name, students, it is also called as anisole or methyl phenyl ether. Understanding, methoxy benzene is nothing but anisole. C6H5, one of the hydrogen of benzene is replaced by ethoxy group, C2H5. What will be the name of this compound, students? In common name, students, since it is phenyl and this is what? Ethyl. This is phenyl and this is ethyl. Okay, students. So what will be the name, students? The name of compound will be ethyl. Is coming first, so we will write ethyl phenyl ether. Ethyl phenyl ether. What will be the IUPAC name, students? For IUPAC name, students, it is ethoxy. Okay, students. Since it is containing 2 carbon, it is what? 6 carbon. So this will be the substituents, students. So we call as ethoxy benzene is nothing but ethyl phenyl ether. Ethyl phenyl ether is sometimes it is also called as phenitol. Okay, students. So this way the structure will be like this, students. This is the benzene when one of the hydrogen is replaced by ethoxy group. So this way also you can see the structure, sometimes they are writing or this way. See, this is cyclohexanol, students. Now to this cyclohexanol, the C2H5, that is ethyl, is attached. Now here oxygen is there, to this oxygen your ethyl is attached. There is no common name for this, students. IUPAC name from here, students, you can start the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since which type of hydrocarbon, students? It is nothing but cyclohexanol. At carbon number 1 you have ethyl group, so it is nothing but 1 ethyl. This whole, students, 1 ethyl cyclohexane. This is the parent students. Now your substituent ethoxy is attached. So this is at which position students? At carbon number 3. So we'll write 3 ethoxy dash 1 ethyl cyclohexane will be the name of this compound. There is no common name for this molecule students. 1 ethoxy 1 ethyl cyclohexane will be the name of this molecule. Now 12th ether molecules that we are going to see students. This is the benzene students. It is attached to oxygen and here it is attached to CH2, CH2, CH3. If you want to name common name students, this is phenyl and this is N-propyl. This is N-propyl and this is what? Phenyl. Okay students. So what happens students? P is coming first. So we'll write phenyl. In IUPAC name students, so this is nothing but propoxy group to which your benzene is attached. So name will be 1-propoxy. This is carbon number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it is a derivative of benzene, so 1-propoxy benzene is nothing but phenyl N-propyl ether. Okay students, last molecule of ether that we are going to see students, this is the cyclobutane. Now your oxygen, it is attached to methyl group. Okay students, this cyclo is also containing 2 methyl groups CH3 and CH3. There is no common name students, but you can name IUPAC name since it is containing total how many carbon? This containing 4 carbon. At carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4. You are this way students, you have to name the carbon, give the numbering to this carbon. So this is nothing but 2-methoxy. This is nothing but what? 2-methoxy. At this students carbon number 1 you have 2 methyl groups. So 2-methoxy 1,1-dimethyl and this is nothing but cyclobutane will be the name of this molecule students. These are very important for the examination point of view. Like my video, please share it, subscribe it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. God bless you.